affectionately known as Breakfast Club, bitches.
Good morning, USA! Yo. Good morning, Angela Yee. Good morning, DJ Envy. Charlamagne the God. Peace to the planet. It's Friday! I don't know where my Get Along gang is. I have no idea where anybody is, but it is Friday. It's, I guess, Church in the Street Fridays. We have two special guests joining us, Kirk Franklin and Pastor Young. Jeezy will be in the building this morning. Should be a lot of fun. A lot of church, a lot of positivity this morning, I'm sure. I can't wait to talk to Kirk Franklin, and I can't wait to talk to Jeezy. And today is another special day. It's Friday the 13th, and it's my daughter's birthday.
And it's payday.
Maddie Chu is my firstborn's birthday. I'm so excited about it. She's such a great kid. She's straight A's, not like her father. She's really caring, not like her father.
You're not caring?
She doesn't really care about the finer things in life. She doesn't care about money. She
not
doesn't
like
care
her
about
father.
Sneakers. She doesn't care about jewelry. She just likes to be a happy kid and really help other people. So I raised her right. Well, her mom raised her right, but we raised her right.
Yeah, clearly you weren't in her life too much.
Shut up. So, happy birthday to little
Happy
Maddie
birthday,
Chu.
Maddie.
We're having a great party lined up for Saturday for her. I can't do it tonight because tonight is her teen canteen where they have that's like their school's dance.
Has she gone on her first date yet?
No.
Does she have a date to the dance?
Me. Well, she has a date to the dance, but I'm going to.
She does have a date?
Well,
who is this young gentleman?
Well, it's not a date.
It's a date.
No, it's like, you know how your girls go out with your guys, so it's like 3 girls and 3 guys, and they all go together?
But there's one person she's with.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say they're all going
There's
together.
one guy that asked her to
Stop.
go.
No, they're going as friends.
Oh,
No.
Maddie, have fun on your date tonight.
No, and
on your birthday.
I'm going to be a chaperone tonight at the
I would
party.
start singing Jeremiah's first hit.
Stop. I'm going to be at the... I'm going to be a chaperone tonight. You better not sing birthday sex. I'm going to be at the chaperone. I'm going to be a chaperone tonight. Tomorrow we're going to... You ever heard of escape room?
No, what's escape room? Escape
room is where they take, like, let's say 10 individuals. They lock them up in a room.
Now that sounds like a date.
I'm going to that too. This is all bad for me. I'm going to that too.
Definitely a date.
They lock you in a room and you got to figure out how to get out. So...
Wow, what a fun thing to do.
Am I setting my daughter
This
up?
doesn't sound like fun.
Oh, my goodness.
Sounds like prison.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
so
boy.
you're sending your daughter to jail tomorrow for her birthday?
Yeah. And
Nice.
then we're going to go eat.
Scared straight.
And then we're going to go ice
Happy
skating.
birthday, girl.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well, let's get this show cracking. Front page news. What are we talking about?
Let's talk about students across the United States. They are marching because of debt. They want free public college. Also, a Canadian couple died while having sex in the hot tub.
I heard about that.
I bet you did.
They might want, well, I was going to say they might want to get donkey today because they're not here, but we'll talk about it when we come back. And like I said, Kirk Franklin and Young Jeezy, Pastor Young will be joining us, so you don't want to miss it. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. AMV,
Hey, good morning.
Charlamagne the God. We got the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news.
Don't come in here yelling.
Start off with sports.
I got a perfectly good reason for walking in late, too.
What?
We were going to just let it slide.
I was sitting in the car listening to Jay-Z Blueprint. You can't walk out the car and Never Change is playing.
What if you
gotta
have to
let
be
Never
at
Change.
work?
Soon as Never Change.
What the hell does that mean?
Soon as
Like,
Never Change finishes, then you get out the car. It was in the middle of Never Change. I'm like, they be all right.
If you'd have said Michael Jackson, I'd be like, yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
I
Michael
looked
Jackson,
outside
you
and he
never stop
wasn't in the
with Michael
car.
Jackson.
Michael, I love Michael too, but I mean, come on, Hov? Hov versus Michael, like really? Come on.
Like
Yeah,
really?
Like really?
All right, go
really?
ahead and do
Really?
our front page
Like
news,
really?
Envy.
Yes, like really. Who have you played more of in your life? Yeah, right.
That guy.
Yeah, right.
All right, well, let's get in some front page news. Sports, all right? NBA Heat beat the Jazz, Warriors beat the Wolves, Suns beat the Clippers, all right? Now, in Thursday night football, the Bills beat the Jets 22-17.
Shout out to my homeboy who just got out of prison, hit me up yesterday and just randomly asked me for Bills versus Jets tickets. Why the hell would I have Bills versus Jets tickets? I don't know. Like, why? I'm a Cowboys fan.
I don't know. Now let's talk about the Million Student March. What's this, She?
Well, students were holding demonstrations on university campuses. That was across the United States. You can see it was trending worldwide. Hashtag Million Student March. And what they are rallying for is tuition-free public colleges. They also are protesting all these student loan debts ballooning. And they also happened. This also happened when they were also rallying for a $15 an hour minimum wage and union rights for the industry also. That's when fast food workers were doing that. So all of this was happening around the same 3 days.
You're going to need more. You're going to need to do more than march to get free tuition in America. Okay?
Well, they're saying change starts when people demand it in the streets. It doesn't start in the White House. So that's part of the reason why they started like that.
You better just run up in the dean's office with a pistol and tell them what's up. Get down.
Kids were showing that their student debt loans were ranging from several $1,000s to more than $100,000. $100,000? Sheesh.
Yeah, that's a lot. Now let's talk about this couple that dies after sex in a hot tub. This is crazy.
That's dope.
Well, they were at an all-inclusive resort in Mexico. The couple was from Canada, and they were going there for their daughter's destination wedding.
Their daughter's wedding?
Yes, 2 days later. Charles McKenzie was 67. He had a heart attack and fell on his wife and drowned her while they were making love in the Whirlpool Spa.
Drop one of Clue's bombs for that. If you're going to go out, that is the way to go out.
So he came out, he
was in the tub.
He had an orgasm and then had a heart attack.
I don't know if he had an orgasm, but we know that he had a heart attack while he was on her and
then he couldn't
drowned
get him
her.
off. That is, and that was during her daughter's wedding.
Well, it was 2 days before the wedding. That's what they were there for.
That's some potent poom poom. That's the flocka of poom poom.
Well, that's the lady right there, or they just took the
What
picture.
the man look like, though? Is he fat?
There, you can see him.
Which one?
He ain't that big. He's got the
That's
green
awful.
on.
He was 67 years old.
And her vagina don't look that fire. Oh, that's what it was. He's 67.
No, that's really sad, though. Imagine you're getting married, and you have to discover that your parents...
They just got married?
No, they were getting married in 2 days.
They were there for their daughter's wedding.
Oh, well, when you're 67, you can't be having sex like you're 20.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't be
Yes, you can.
You can't be in the hot tub. Lay down in a nice little bed, be comfortable, couple strokes.
That's it. Then
you're still trying tricks at 67.
Nah, that's still freaky. At 67, you want to be freaky. Wife comes in the tub and...
You can be freaky, just know that there's a good chance you might die. Okay?
He probably popped a little, helper.
Little Viagra. Word up. Yeah, you're right. Little heart just couldn't take it. God bless that brother.
Well, that's
God bless
awful,
him.
and so our condolences to the young lady who was getting married.
And I'm not joking or laughing, but if I had to go, that's the way I would
That's a
go.
great way to go out. I mean, if you had to choose.
But not right before your daughter's wedding. That puts a damper on things.
I wonder, did she still get married?
That's the question.
We don't know if she still got married.
I would say still go through with it. Clearly, your parents were the type of people that would want you to still go through with it. If they still wilding like that in hot tubs.
That's not wilding. That's just, well, it's a little wild.
It is wilding at 67
All right, guys.
years old. How old was the lady?
63.
Yeah,
oh,
she's 63.
Lord. When you're a combined age of over 100, man, you got to sit your ass down somewhere.
Stop it. All right. That's front page news. Tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, call us right now. Whatever it may be. Maybe you're mad and you just want to get something off your chest so you can have a great day today. Phone lines are wide open. Here's the number. 800-585-1051. Call us right now.
Are we ordering Chick-fil-A or what we doing?
Yes, it's Chick-fil-A Fridays.
Okay.
Let's
You
get
want to
in.
drink some liquor?
You want to?
And we got Kirk Franklin and Young
Oh,
Jeezy
we can't,
coming,
man.
right?
Come on, we can't drink liquor. We got Pastor
not?
Young and Kirk Franklin coming.
You
I want
think
some holy
Jeezy don't
wine.
drink? Jeezy endorses liquor.
What about
Yes,
Kirk Franklin?
Evian.
I'm sure Kirk hits the bottle.
All right, well, let's get it in. It's the Breakfast Club. Come on.
Hey, yo, good morning. Yo, this is the Mad Rapper, son, for real. I'm mad, and I stay mad. I stay angry. I stay heated. I stay pissed off. Tell them why you mad. Breakfast Club, let's go.
Yo, this Jack from the A, man. Yo, what's good, Charlamagne? What's good, Amy? What's good, Yee? Yo,
What up,
I'm mad,
bro?
man, because I've been crushing on Yee, but she like women, man. Been crushing on Yee forever, but I ain't never seen her with no man.
And but you've seen me dating a woman.
I ain't seen you dating a woman, but if you ain't been dating no man,
How do you?
then you had to be dating a woman.
I've never seen you with a woman.
Why you?
Well, damn, you
this
might-
man's very accurate
Right.
facts.
Listen, I've never seen you with a woman, so you must like
Listen,
men.
this my Charlotteism, okay? I ain't got the true facts, but I'm telling you, it feels right.
That's right. Speak from your gut. If you feel like she a lesbian, she probably a lesbian.
Probably so.
Speak from your gut,
That's what
bro.
it is.
Speak from your
So
gut.
I'm rolling with that. I'm rolling the dice.
Nobody need
Okay.
no facts. What are facts?
Whatever makes you feel better.
Have a good
I'll let
morning,
y'all,
bro.
man.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, I want to give a birthday shout out to your baby.
That's
and I
right.
want to give a good morning to DJ CK.
All right.
Now, can I ask you something?
Yes.
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Oh my God, 18.
Okay, all right.
That's about right.
Now, I'm just wondering because Envy's daughter is 14 today, so I'm just trying to figure
Oh, my
out
God,
how much
no.
longer he has to worry about
I
this.
got a long time. I ain't got nothing to worry about.
18 is about right. When you legally able to buy
Right.
Newports, you can get some new penis.
There you go. Hello, who's this?
This is Damien from Miramar, Florida.
Tell them why you mad, Damien.
My former high school put out an article in the newspaper about the lacrosse team having a group text, and they said the N-word.
Uh-oh.
Now, when the football team found out about this, and every other sport, they came after them and they threatened them. And now the parents said that it's harmless. And the newspaper went and changed the title to threatening or harmless. And now the lacrosse team feels that they didn't do nothing wrong and the school hasn't suspended them and nothing like that.
Hey, I'm going to be honest with you. This whole conversation you're having with us is about as boring as lacrosse.
Well, no, he's saying that he wants some repercussions from them doing that, and it's not okay, right?
Was it a black person that used it?
No, they're white kids. Look who? What black kid plays lacrosse?
Hey, I'm putting myself.
My brother played lacrosse, though. I would say that.
That is true. That's exactly the reason lacrosse is such a boring sport, because there's nothing but white people playing.
I mean,
no, but I understand what you're saying. It's similar to what happened at University of Missouri. You want the school to take some responsibility for what these kids are doing and punish them.
But how did they use it, though?
Of course. I mean, I'm Hispanic.
How did they use the N-word? In what context did they use it?
They were saying, let's kill these.
Oh, okay, that's different.
I mean, come on. That's
a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, that's a little.
That's unreal.
But, I mean, they're just lacrosse players. Like, do we care? We really going to give lacrosse
Well,
players
I think it's time to make some change happen on campus, just like these students at University of Missouri did, and bring attention to it, national
There's between the
attention.
University of Missouri and them lacrosse players. University of Missouri is $1 billion sport when it comes to football. Lacrosse don't make no goddamn money for the school. They could care less about them kids.
They're not, but at the same time, to not punish the most privileged students that attend your school, that's
and tell them that it's okay. Why would they stop doing it? So it's okay to just do that?
I
don't know
gotta set an
what y'all
example.
talking about this morning. As soon as y'all said lacrosse, I tuned up.
I think you need to make sure that those chats go viral, post it online, make sure you get some attention locally from the newspapers, and rally up the kids.
And please, if you're a Crip, don't buy red cups at Starbucks.
Well, shut up, man. All right, bro, have a good one. Tell them why you're mad. 800-585-1051. If you're upset and you need to vent, call us right now. Maybe you want to have a great day today and you just want to get something off your chest. Call us right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
This is DMX. And you know what makes me mad? When ask for the truth, but can't handle the truth. All right? Now tell them why you mad on the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Yo, man, it's D from the Brick City.
Oh, boy. Goodie bag gang in the building.
They
Yo,
never
man,
really
I'm
in
mad.
the building, but...
I'm mad at DJ Envy and Charlamagne today. I'm mad because... the other day, I missed that Trick Daddy interview, and I heard it was a good interview, so I went to YouTube to check it out. But I was really distracted by DJ Envy's hairline. I mean, it's a real struggle. I don't know whose hairline is worse, yours or Stephen A. Smith. And I'm mad at Charlamagne because Charlamagne been looking like a cancer patient for a long time.
I got cancer, my nigga. Now,
Wow, so now how funny was that?
How you feel? How you feel?
I'm sad because I love listening to you on the radio, brother.
Well, you shouldn't insult cancer
Hey,
patients.
by the way, my hairline is pretty good right now. I just keep a low C's if you can't see it. You know what I mean?
Well, Envy does take some pills to go ahead and fix his
I don't know why
hairline.
Envy just don't get a baldy. He gonna keep holding on like Shorty Low and Fluoride
I'm
today.
holding on, baby. Mine is better than Shorty Lowe's.
It's good, though. Envy Coleman's here to the front.
Tell them why you're mad.
Yo, this Key from Norfolk, man.
Tell them why you mad.
Oh, I got two reasons why I'm mad, man. I'm mad because Charlamagne always fat shaming everybody, man.
You must be fat.
No, I'm not fat. I'm pretty slim.
Okay, continue. I want to hear this logic why you upset that I fat shame people.
Definitely.
Because it's like I feel like you take it out on them a little bit too much sometimes. Some people makeup is a little bit different than others, so it might be a little bit harder for them. A lot of people don't want to dedicate their whole lives to working out, trying to lose weight.
Yeah, forget being healthy. You're right. Yeah.
Well,
Some people don't want to
actually,
dedicate their lives to being healthy.
I actually have a couple of friends that have to take hormones, and they were saying how they gained a lot of weight, and there's, not a lot that they can do about it.
Well, guess what?
Because she has multiple sclerosis.
Salute to your couple of friends. Salute to those
And then
people
I have
with
another
diseases.
friend who has a
But that's
thyroid
not
problem.
everybody.
But you don't know what people are going through.
Why do y'all lie and make up excuses and always be like,
not a
oh,
lie.
maybe she got a disease? No, most of the people don't have diseases. They just lazy.
Yeah, it is a lot of lazy people out there, but it is some people that just, it takes a little bit more for them to deal with.
Yeah, my friend actually was telling me how she went to the doctor, a few doctors, and they didn't test for the thyroid issue she had, and they were just telling her she was lazy and she needs to go to the gym more.
America has an obesity problem. Everybody knows this, okay? Lose some weight. Go to the gym. Take care of yourself. And it's not fat shaming.
I feel you on that, man. A lot of stuff I agree with what you're saying. 97%.
But you're saying he takes it too far.
No, there's no such thing as
taking
taking it too far.
He's taking it a little too far.
No. Guess what? When you get a personal trainer, your trainer gonna bust your ass just like that.
You're hurting feelings out there.
Well, you should. You know what? Sometimes you should get your feelings hurt. Nothing cool about being unhealthy.
But you know what?
What?
It's Chick-fil-A Friday, baby.
That's right. And you know why I can have Chick-fil-A Friday? Because I've been working out and eating right all week.
All right. Well, we have two special guests joining us. And anyway, that was telling why you're mad. You can call us at any given time. Church in the streets today.
Yes, Church in the Streets, Friday.
We have Kirk Franklin joining us in a little bit.
That's nice.
Kirk Franklin.
And Pastor Young.
Pastor Young, young Jeezy, who used to be chubby at one point in his life, but he busted his ass in the gym all the time now.
All right.
You know who else looked good? Did you see Missy Elliott video yesterday?
Yeah, Missy Elliott
Missy looked good.
She lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, she had thyroid problems too.
She had Graves' disease.
But guess what? She took her destiny in her own hands and lost weight. And she looked great.
All right, well, we'll get into all that when we come back. We got rumors on the way, Yee?
Yes, we are going to talk about an A-lister in Hollywood who has been diagnosed positive for HIV. And we'll tell you what's going on and
Is that a fact?
Effects of that. Yes, that is a fact, but we can't tell you who it is.
That's a fact?
Okay, also, we will talk about the Richard Pryor biopic. Guess who's going to be playing Red Fox in that movie?
All right, all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club.
We are.
Someone's giving people AIDS.
Listen up.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
What say?
Envy.
This ain't no play rumor.
I ain't say this play rumor.
I hope the blogs got this one correct. I hope y'all citing y'all sources on this one.
Well, I'm not going to name names, but Hollywood, they're saying, is gripped with fear. There is an A-lister who has been diagnosed positive for HIV, and he has a very long list of sexual partners.
Is it a fact?
We all know him. I'm not going to say who it is.
Where y'all getting this from?
Every news outlet.
Nah, I ain't seen no major news outlet reporting.
Look on TMZ, good.
Now, according to an insider, they are saying that his lawyers are getting ready for the threat of potential action. It's the fact that he's knowingly putting women at risk. They think it's disgusting. It's only a matter of time before all of that becomes public. Friends have urged him to come forward, but so far he has refused. He's upset about the possibility of the illness becoming a defining quality of his career.
You think?
He has a long list of exes, including an award-winning actress, a religious movie star, a top Hollywood personality with a controversial past, a TV star, a media personality, and a glamour model. Now, this is all according to The Sun, which is based out of London.
The Sun? Mm-hmm. Ain't that the same one that be saying Bigfoot had a baby from the Virgin Mary?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, man, listen, all I know is I hope the blogs got that one correct or The Sun, because that's not no play.
No. Well, they didn't say his name, so
Still, though, it's one thing to talk about somebody being possibly pregnant, who they dating, but the pin,
but not HIV.
But you've heard this rumor too, Charlamagne.
No.
Aside from The Sun, you were telling us about these things. You heard it too.
Hey, a lot of rumors, but I believe in Sasquatch. So what does that mean?
And aliens.
No, there is such thing as UFOs. Now you stop.
All right, now Tracy Morgan is going to be playing Red Fox in the Richard Pryor biopic. You all know Mike Epps is playing Richard Pryor as well, and Lee Daniels is directing. So Tracy Morgan said in a statement, "Mr. Fox, I hope I do you justice. It will be an honor to portray an icon." So shout out to Tracy Morgan. Congratulations to him.
I can see that. I just don't know how I always be feeling about like comedians playing other comedians, or even like rappers playing other rappers. Like, it just seems odd.
Nah, Gravy did good and big in Notorious B.I.G.
It's acting.
Gravy didn't have his own situation going.
He was a rapper.
He was a rapper, yeah, he was.
Not really.
All right, now Rick Ross and Lyra apparently look like they are back together less than 2 weeks after they called off their engagement. He also put out his sorry video yesterday, and she plays his girlfriend in the video, so I guess it kind of makes sense. And the two of them have been back together. She's wearing her ring again. So I guess we'll follow this roller coaster ride of a relationship.
Congrats to them.
So you get to see more sexy Snapchats from the two. And that is your Rumor Report. I'm Angela Yee.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. Now, when we come back, a little church in here this morning.
A little church in these streets, right?
Kirk Franklin will be joining us first.
Kirk Franklin will be here next hour.
That's right. And then we're also going to kick it with Jeezy in a little bit.
And I just want to tell, I love giving people the credit they deserve for being stupid, because I put up a picture of Jeezy yesterday, and I put Pastor Young will be on the Breakfast Club tomorrow, and my whole timeline is filled with people saying, "And Pastor Young look like Jeezy."
No.
Pastor Young look like Jeezy.
No.
You don't think Pastor Young like Jeezy? Really? I'm like, you know what?
He does look like Jeezy.
You just got to give people the credit they deserve for being stupid.
Okay, well, let me say it right. Jeezy will be joining us in a little bit, but next up...
Plies Daddy.
Stop it. We have Kirk Franklin. So keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's in the building.
That's right, Kirk Franklin.
Kirk Franklin.
Now, first things first.
Let's start with a prayer. I think we should start
with no prayer. We're going to end with a prayer. But first things first.
What you got in your
Are you the rapper's Plies father? Inquiring minds want to know.
You kind of look like Plies a little bit now.
And pictures more so now that I see him in person. He really
not
don't.
in person.
Well, the truth is that I am.
Yeah,
the truth
see?
that I am Plies. Yes, I am. I am him.
You are Plies.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
It was rumored that y'all was the same person, but then it was like, no, you could be his father, and then it was like brother.
No. That's me. I just wanted people to be able to, to finally hear the truth.
Okay.
And I brought it here. So
He's like, it's an old joke.
Yes, an
That I hear all the
exclusive.
time.
All the time. It's all the time. But I'm just very honored to be here with y'all, man. It's like I listen to the show all the time. I'm a fan. And so
Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, we were a little confused when this came on the schedule. We was like, does Kirk Franklin know where he's going?
Yeah, man. No, man. I'm a big fan of the show, man. Really, really. So really, man. Thank y'all, because y'all have everybody. You have every heavyweight in the world come through. So. It's, just real talk. I'm really glad that y'all would squeeze a minute in for your boy.
You. But you've always had a great balance, though. You've always known how to balance the gospel and the message with, I guess, the streets and secular, maybe.
More than anything, I think that it's all just the communication of culture, correct? Just communication, because everybody is created to be something bigger than what they are, right?
Right.
And I think it's my job, it's my duty to try to point people to the better themselves, to be bigger than what they are really temporarily in right now, whatever. And I really try to do that through my music, or try to do it through my honesty. I try to talk about my, struggles, my dirt, my ups and downs, just my life, so that
I'm
people.
a human being.
Yeah. So that we can kill, just the church noise, the organized kind of religion noise that kind of comes upon people, that what they automatically assume people to be, or the mistakes that a lot of us Christians have made, that we create the super highly holy type of stigma that causes people to already assume that we wouldn't even come to a just a beautiful spot like this and have dialogue with real people.
So when you became an artist and you decided to give up, were you completely haven't done anything? Or did you completely live that life, or did you go back and forth?
That seems a hard thing to completely live any life.
You had an addiction to porn.
Yeah. When I was about 7-8 years old, I got really promiscuous, and there was some.
Me too.
There was some incest in our family too.
Mine too.
Wow.
I got molested by my cousin's ex-wife when I was 8.
See, that's just the horrible struggle of that, man. Let me tell you something, man. The reason why I'm so passionate about being a father is because, and now, was your pops around?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was blessed to have a father and mother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible. Well, see, but that even makes me sometimes even angry, because it's our job to cover our kids. Because the hell that your kids will go through when the mom and dad ain't around and they left to raise themselves and interpret what love is. And as a kid in the hood, you interpret love as sexual. Yeah. Because you don't have nobody kind of navigating what that compass should be. Because, that hug and that touch turns to something else. And then you develop all these bad habits. You got an older uncle that's got some flicks, some dirty magazines, some junk. And you grow up thinking that this is what love is, an interpretation of love. And then when I got married, I was about 27 years old. And I told wifey, I was like, I got it. Yeah, we were married about a year and a half. And I told her that I had to struggle with pornography, that I really thought marriage was going to fix.
Right.
And I thought marriage was going to take care of that.
What do you mean by that? Because then you could have sex anytime you wanted?
Well, yeah, because, because as a Christian, that your life is supposed to be a certain way.
Right.
And you struggling with, this girl, that girl, or this flick, that flick, because that they all kind of walk together. You know what I'm saying? Pornography, being promiscuous, they all kind of bedfellows. And so I really thought that getting married was going to change a lot in my life. And when I didn't see that, it's like, because I always wanted to be 100. Because I was raised with the pastors that was wilding out and the church people wilding out. And I really wanted to be a dude that was for real about my faith. I just didn't have a lot of blueprints. So, man, I really struggled through that. But my heart was really hungry to be just that dude for God, for real.
Don't you think being promiscuous is kind of God's fault, though? Because he created all these beautiful women, Kirk, and they all look different and shape different and smell different. How is a man not supposed to have desires?
But that's like saying, how would a woman not have desires when they've created all these men that look different and smell different?
Word up.
People in general.
Yeah, but I think it has to do with the compass of your heart. See, because that appetite comes from a satisfaction that really another person can't feel.
Mm-hmm.
See, I saw
from your heart, though.
Well, what you do is that you realize before you even get to that point is that your heart has to be whole. So that when you have an intimacy, whatever that orgasm is, it's coming from a place of wholeness. It's not coming from a broken place. Because when you're broken, no matter how many nuts you still gonna be a broken dude when it's over. And you're gonna be convicted, and then guess what? You're gonna break up with that girl, and then you look up, and then you have this whole history of women that, guess what? Somebody's daughters. And then when you have a daughter, and you realize that same generational curse,
two daughters.
pass on to
You can't get a boy, you can only get girls.
Yeah, dude. Well, you know what? Some of that you're gonna have to live back out.
Hey, I was a hoe in a past life, Kirk. I've accepted my karma.
In a past life or earlier?
Earlier this year.
It wasn't no past life.
How did you go without addiction to porn?
What you have to do is you have to be able to see women through God's lens. When I read the word, the Bible says that when a man looks upon a woman in a way that is not his wife, he's already committed lust in his heart. So if I grow up on pornography or being very promiscuous, it is very hard for me to have a very healthy image of a woman.
I see what you're saying.
It's very hard to see you in a lens of respect and honor if I'm always seeing you through that lens. And the reason why they're so hard for relationships to be successful is because if we're introduced the physical way, I've got to keep that going to be able to stay engaged in you. But God did not build us to meet each other physically first. We're spiritual beings. And sex is supposed to be just an expression of another level of what that is. But it's never supposed to be the template of what that is. Sex is not supposed to be that forever bond that makes a woman and a man eternal. What makes a woman and man eternal is when they realize that I'm a soulmate to you and you're a soulmate to me. And that's a whole nother level of intimacy. But because anything else is just smashing, right?
Well, what you said just now is kind of like what Minister Farrakhan said. Minister Farrakhan had spoke earlier this year, and he said that the reason women need to dress a certain way is because when you present yourself a certain way, like, dressed half naked, all a man is thinking is physical.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
which is very true. Which is very hard to have a very deeper level. See, the reason why the Bible says to death do us part is because it take that long to get to know somebody. I will forever be knowing my wife. But if I only know smashing, well, after that nut, then that's all it's over with. It's gone.
Did y'all have sex before y'all got married?
Yeah. And we had to work really hard through that. We had to work well, but because again, I was continuing that cycle that I knew just as a single young man, and I was not honoring her the way that she really needed to be honored. And we went to premarital counseling, we went to counseling afterwards, and we really fought for our marriage. And in January, me and wife will be married 20 years, my dude.
Congrats.
And that's my soldier, my dog. But you know what? I had to fight for it, man. It's like I had to fight to be able to bring that to, and that's why I even named this album Losing My Religion, because a lot of what we go through as men, it can be hid in the dogma and the ideology of religion. So that you never get to relationship. Because see, if you are God's daughter, right? And if I see you through his lens, any dude in here is going to respond different if a female's dad is in the room, right?
Absolutely.
If a female's pops is in the room, I'm going to talk to you different, respond to you different, treat you different. Well, as a man of God that I want to be, I got to see Tammy or any other female as God's daughter. And if he's always present, then how I respond is going to be different because he's in the room.
Right.
So how I treat her or how I treat you, even when ain't nobody else looking, if he's always there, then I got to treat her some way because her pops is in the room.
So are you...
No matter what she's wearing or how, whatever, because as, like you said earlier, if a woman presents herself in a certain way, but I don't think it should matter.
Well, if she's my wife,
it will matter when it comes to lustful desires.
Yeah. But see, as a woman, you'll never understand that. See, a man's lens is already broken because he's flawed from the beginning. So it really does help when a woman realizes that if I want my man to be able to honor me a certain way, I've got to team up with him. There's certain things, there's certain ways that I must carry myself so that he can see me first instead of sitting in the back of my butt or, just my breast. And yeah, it is a partnership. Oh, no doubt, it's a partnership.
All right, we got more with Kirk Franklin when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning. We have Kirk Franklin in the building. Now, let's talk about church a little bit. How do you feel about churches? Because I don't necessarily go to churches as frequently as I should, but I don't because I just feel
which is okay. Yeah, got it.
Seems like it's not necessarily there for the people. It's there for the paycheck.
Got it.
Tell us about what you think about church.
Yeah, man. I'm very, very disappointed in some of the ways that we have really reflected ourselves in the culture. I am, really hurt. We have not done the best job of presenting God to people, that it looks more like a hustle. And a lot of that is true, and I'm very sorry for a lot of the things that people have seen in the culture.
When you see a pastor asking for a GoFundMe to get a money to get a jet, that just seems
it's very
crazy.
broken. It really breaks your heart.
Right.
Did that really break your heart? Because you know that as a Christian, because we're part of the same body, and so they think that we're all that way.
Right.
And I think that that's, again, the whole premise of the album, Calling and Losing My Religion, is because I believe that people want to be able to get to God, man. They don't want to be, like you said, you would love to go to church, but sometimes the hustle discourages you from going, you know, and so with this album, that's really kind of what I'm saying. It's that it's time to lose the hustle. It's time to lose all the dogma. It's time to lose the systematic approach and let people get that Jesus, baby. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what Kirk is trying to do. It's like I'm trying to get people to see that the purity of who God is, it's not found in the systems. Now, church is dope. And when it's good when you can find a really beautiful church, but you got to be able to see that man is broken, man is flawed, and the church is supposed to be a hospital. Right. It's supposed to be a place where sick people go, where broken people go. And I want to be able to say that that's Kirk. Kirk is the worst dude in line. It's like if you talk about the worst broken dude that God has been good to, it's like it's your boy right here. And that's the image I want to portray to people, not the person that's whole and well.
Are you a spiritual person or a religious person?
I am a child of God. That's what I am. I am not for religion, because religion is always changing the rules. Because religion would say, don't wear this, don't do that, don't do that. And the problem with religion can be is that you never know when you've met all the rules. For example, if you were drowning in a lake, and if I drove by the lake and saw you drowning, and if I jumped in the lake to save you, you'd be really appreciative, right?
Absolutely.
You would
can't swim.
Yeah. And like you would show me love every time you saw me, right? Hug me, you'd maybe buy me some food or something, right? We'd be really dope.
Definitely send a gift to the house.
For sure.
Saving my life.
All that, right? Now imagine if I drove by the same lake and you were drowning, but instead of jumping in the lake to save you, I pulled over. I started yelling at you while you were drowning. Swim harder. Kick harder. Come on. Doggy paddle. Come on. Breathe. Come on. Land it back. You wouldn't really appreciate that as much, would you?
At the end of all that.
I'll be like, he must not can't swim either.
Right. But guess what? That's what religion does. Religion stands on the side of the lake and yells and tells you what to do. What I'm trying to tell people is that what my hero Jesus did, man, he jumped in the water and saved you. And so every day you see him and holler at him, it should be that gratitude of appreciation.
So basically losing my religion is lose your religion and gain more spirituality, I guess.
Gain more relationship. It's all about the relationship. Just like marriage cannot guarantee intimacy, religion doesn't guarantee relationship. And my job is to benefit people's lives. That's why I'm so honored, to come here, because it's like, you three have one of the biggest platforms on the planet.
Thank God. Praise be to God.
Absolutely.
No. I mean, I'm for real, man. And so to come here and talk to people that have been turned off by church, that are turned off by God, you're giving me a chance to tell people that, hey, man, I'm sorry. I apologize for some of the foolishness you've seen, but there's some dudes out here that's really trying to be 100 and make a change. And I'm trying to do that even with this new music and with the, just everything about my life. I'm trying to let people know, man, that it ain't over.
Now, what is trap gospel? When I hear the term trap gospel, I think of Pastor Young. Jeezy,
I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what trap gospel is. I have no idea what trap gospel is.
I thought you coined the term trap gospel.
No.
Oh.
You thought Kirk Franklin?
That's not lies. You know that.
What about homosexuality and religion? I know that's been a common theme that people have been talking about. They even did a special on it as well on VH1.
And then you think you can pray the gay away?
This is what I want to say. I want to apologize for all of the horrible things that have been said throughout just many decades in church culture. Just about gay people, just the way that we have humanized them in church, how we've used their talents. But, we do the whole Adam and Steve and all of this horrible stuff we've done. Now, does the Bible say things about heterosexuality, homosexuality? Does it talk about our sexuality? Yes, it does. And the Bible does say that. Kirk didn't write the Bible. So Kirk is not one trying to say that this is Kirk's way. God has established a way because he loves all of us. He's established in his book, and if you choose to believe his word, that he has a plan for all of our lives. And because I must trust that he knows what's best for us, that in his love and his truth, that he will walk out the way that all of us are to carry our lives through his word. All of us. Because see, the problem is that we make the Bible this attack manual against gay people. And the Bible is not an attack manual against gay people.
What does the Bible say about homosexuality?
Now, again, this is what the Bible says. Right. Now, because again, Kirk Franklin does not want to come, because I think what preachers have done wrong is that we make the Bible, or we talk like we are the authority.
Right.
And Kirk Franklin ain't the authority.
Right.
I'm not the authority, dude. I'm just an ex-sinner saved by grace. I'm just a man who fell in love with Jesus one day, right? That's all I am. And so the Bible talks about our sexuality within the confines is that whether it's adultery, it's clear on adultery, it's clear on fornication, it's clear on sexuality. And so,
I guess with homosexuality, it says it's an abomination. Like
no.
I'm with you.
Yeah. But whether eating shellfish is too, in the Levitical law.
Yep.
But at the same time, in the New Testament, because see, that's a Levitical law, that's Old Testament law. But in the New Testament, when you read Paul's letters, he's very clear about what the Bible says about our sexuality. But again, it is not a mandate to attack gay people.
Right.
If you're going to attack gay people, you got to attack adulterers.
There's so many sins in the Bible.
You got to attack fornicators. Yeah. And the Bible says that they're all sins. And then guess what? The great news is whatever the sin is, grace is greater. The Bible says that when sin increased, grace increased all the more. And that's why I get excited because, again, I'm the top dude on sin, man. I was so jacked up and still every day, man, I'm in need of grace.
Were you
so
like a killer in the streets, Kirk? I'm
too. Check my pockets.
But that's what's so dope about the truth, though, my dude. The truth about God's word is that there is no big or little sin. So if I was a killer with a gun or killer with my tongue, I was still a killer.
We like a girl that's a killer with her tongue, by the way.
Wow. I was talking about lying and talking about people hurting people. Wow. No, but it's okay. But this is an honor to be here, man. Real talk.
Like you, Kirk, though, is because you're not preachy. You know what I'm saying? And you're not coming off as perfect. And I think that when people deliver the message in that way, it's easier to digest.
He seems like one of us. I heard him use the N-word and it didn't bother me.
His brother got on wax jeans and what looks like
And he keeps talking about butts and
and a Tim.
Well, I only said that once in response to him. I only said that once. What? Oh, really? I said it more than once?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right, well, let's get into a Kirk Franklin joint. This one's called Looking For You. A little religion for you this morning.
It ain't no religion.
A little gospel
music. A little religion. Like, here's a little Islam, here's a little Jehovah's Witness, here's a little Christianity.
When's the last time you been to church?
Never.
in these streets.
In the streets. All right, Looking For You is Kirk Franklin's The Breakfast Club.
You ever, wanted to find out why your parents abandoned you? Like, has that ever been a journey for you?
My real mother, I'm told, lives about 15 minutes away from me.
No, man.
Yeah. We had a situation about 15 years ago. My sister was incarcerated for over 10 years for drugs and for prostitution. It was all on me to get her right and get it, set up. If anybody's had family incarcerated, it's hell getting them set back up.
Right.
Trying to get them system and get them reprogrammed. And so she got back on the street when she got out of prison and she started prostituting and using again. And we had a family gathering and my mother showed up for it, And I had
seen. First time you seen her?
I had seen her before that. I hadn't seen her maybe like about 10 years. And before that, she wasn't really around.
Right.
So, and then she showed up with her new husband. I hugged my sister. I hugged her. And as I hugged the both of them, one of the other family members over on the side, they was like, "Oh, see, this is beautiful. This is the way it need to be. Y'all need to be family again." And I stopped her. I said, "Yo, this is about our sister right now.
Right.
It ain't about, anything else about our sister." And my mama's husband, who I'd never met before, was over there and he yelled out, "You need to call your mama. You call yourself a Christian."
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh God, don't let me do this."
You started praying.
She never called you?
Yeah, and so I looked at him. I said, "Bruh, I don't know you, bruh." I said that I'm the kid.
Don't make me resort back to my Fort Texas, whatever.
I'm the child. It's her job to call her child.
Right.
Well, did that what your Bible say? And I was like, yeah. And so, yeah. And then it just started. And then she did something that for me was just the ultimate crime. She grabbed his arm. It was like, "Come on, baby, let's go." She grabbed this dude's arm and left.
Not worried about her son or her daughter.
You should have said that's what you always leaving.
I said that. My dude, I can't believe you just said that. That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. I said, leave like you always do.
And did she stop?
No.
And you haven't seen her since?
No.
She never asked you for money?
No.
Or anything?
No.
Wow.
So I guess in a crazy way, it's a blessing in disguise, I guess.
Well, man, Romans 8:28, my dude, man, all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord. And so, man, that's where the songs come from, right? Right? And, that's where, that's the fuel, right, for what we do, isn't it? just the struggle of what we go through. I ain't gonna cry on camera.
That's all good. No, it's all good. Sometimes,
right. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? But that's what we do, man. Is we take the pains of our lives and we use them to reach other people's pains, because you take your struggle and it's somebody else's story, and they're like, man, I never knew. And if you can go through that and make it, then I can too.
But it's interesting because there's so many. It's guys. I've heard so many guys use the excuse, "Oh, I didn't have a mom. Oh, I didn't have a pops." Like, you had every excuse not to make it and every excuse not to be successful, and you still.
Thank you, sir.
Came out on top.
Thank you, man. That's very kind of you. And I'm still not where I want to be. I'm a work in progress, but I'm glad that I'm not repeating the generational curses.
Now, we've been talking about sins, and I want to talk about suicide a little bit. And the reason being is we've had 2 guests in the last, 2 weeks?
2 artists.
That came up here and they said they were contemplating suicide at one time.
Oh, they thought about it.
And we've had a lot of artists come up here that have struggled with depression.
Yeah.
We see it a lot.
Of these young dudes in the industry.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's kind of part of the narrative of creative people.
Right.
When you agree?
That's what everyone says.
Yeah. That, creative people are working in the image of God, the creator. Mm-hmm. When creative people are not plugged into the creator, the creative being is too heavy for creative people to carry on their own. If you plug back into, not religion, man, but plug into knowing God as a loving father, you're taking the weight of that emotional luggage and putting it on his shoulders, because your shoulders are not strong enough to carry it. See, life changes, man, when we see our lives through his eyes. Because, see, when we see life through now, it's all about what you wear, what you do, your sales, your success. Because basically what you do becomes who you are. For example, if I said to you, who is Michael Jackson, you would say he was what?
The biggest pop superstar we've ever had.
That's what he did. That's not who he was. You see what I'm saying? We define people by what they do.
Right.
So if you're an artist and you come in here, and if you're not doing what people say you do, then you don't know who you are. Which adds to what? Depression.
You don't know your self-worth.
Exactly. So we got to stop defining people by what they do, and then start teaching people who they are.
Now, it took you 4 years for this album, 5 years for this album to come together. So what was going on in the meantime? Was it something where you were like, okay, I'm just going to take a break from putting out music and concentrate on this? What was happening?
Well, first of all, I kind of got scared.
Wow.
The I Smile song, I don't know if you ever heard that I Smile song. It was my last song, and it was a really big song. And I think that what could happen for an artist is that when you have a big song, sometimes you can be intimidated if you can do it again.
Right.
And I know it's supposed to be about God.
You doubted your God?
That's the problem, though. I wasn't focusing on my God. I was focusing on myself.
The art, being an artist.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. There you go, right there, which is that flawed nature. And so, you get so insecure about, what can I do another joint that's going to do this and do that, whoop, whoop, whoop. And so, wifey was like, yo, fool, come on, man, get back upstairs and write. God got something, again, see how powerful y'all are? Y'all are so freaking powerful. Wifey was like, come on, stop tripping. It's that I'm created to make God famous. That's why I'm alive. I'm alive to make God famous and not myself. And so, but you know what? This album, it's at the right time now. It feels beautiful. It feels special. It feels heavy. And I'm just really thankful to have another chance. Y'all letting me come here is the start of that.
Man, that's beautiful, man. Let's end in a prayer, man.
Close this out with a prayer.
I'll start it?
No.
Who's going to start it?
Do you want me?
Not you.
Let me start the prayer, brother.
All right, let me start the prayer. Go ahead.
man.
Everybody bow your head.
If you want to, okay, go ahead.
When you wake up before you brush your teeth, you grab your strap. The only time you get down on your knees, shoot
You're
the
not
crap,
going to do
nigga,
Future.
what
Stop
you heard,
it.
God blessing all the trap. Amen.
That's from Future. All right, now, can we get a real prayer?
Can we get a real one
Why
now?
I need a real prayer?
Let me jump it off.
All right, thank you.
Your Pops, I'm so glad that you allowed me to come up here this morning and to speak to so many people that are hurting and going through right now. So many people that don't even know you love them. So many people that believe you're just there waiting to just count their wrong and just to jump on them every time they mess up. But that's not my father. That's not the father I know. That's not the father I want them to know. I want them to know that you love them so much. You love the world so much that you gave your only son. And whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. That is the dopest line, Pop, you ever gave us. I love you so much. Make me the man that you want me to be. Bless these 3 people in here to be able to just continue to be beasts in what they do, to change the world, to make an impact, because it's all about you. You are the greatest, you are the dopest, you are the illest, you are the freshest, and we love you, and we honor you, and we praise you in your name, Christ. Amen.
Amen. Color money.
What did he just say?
The color money.
What is that? What is that?
That's your son's
That's
line.
another prize. That's another prize. Show.
All right. Well,
You know, if you fart during a prayer, the prayer is null and void. So I heard you, Envy.
What?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
What?
You know what you did.
What I do?
You broke wind. When you break wind during prayer, the
I
prayer
did
is
not
null and
break
void.
wind
Yes,
during
it
prayer.
is.
No, I did not.
Yes, it is. Amen.
No, shut up, man. All right. Make sure you get the album. It's the Breakfast Club, Kirk Franklin. Now, Angela Yee, how dare you want to do rumors when Chick-fil-A just
I'm sorry.
entered the room?
You guys can eat.
All right.
Yeah, I'm definitely eating.
All right, now let me tell you about iHeart Snapchat Discover channel. Did you download it yet? Are you checking
I
it out?
did that. I check it every day.
Here's the reasons to add iHeart on Snapchat, exclusive access to your favorite artists you can't find anywhere. For example, elevated chat with the singer, is her name Alessia Cara?
Alessia Cara.
Alessia Cara.
You can't chat with her on the
Alessia.
elevator if you don't know her name.
I can't chat with her.
Yeah, you don't even try to attempt to do that.
But you can check out the best looks from Missy's new video. I know about that.
That's right.
And Missy look good, too.
All you fat women who feel like, you can never be in shape, go look at Missy's new video because she used to be fat at one point, too.
Right.
Okay.
All right, also 13 unlikely celebrity couples.
Mm-hmm.
Who's an unlikely celebrity couple? Well, you got to go and look on the iHeartRadio Snapchat. Just discover it on your Snapchat, and the content disappears after 24 hours. So every day you got to go look.
Okay. All right, well, definitely check that out. But let's get into the rumors. We're talking Amber Rose.
Listen up.
This just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
All right, Amber Rose. She recently did an interview with Time Magazine about her book, How to Be a Bad Bitch. And she gave some advice that people actually gave her some backlash over. Now, she said, as women, we're fortunate enough to use our seductive skills in order to be able to get money from our significant others. I also talk about seduction in the book. A lot of women don't know how to seduce a man. She said it's extremely easy once you get to that point, and you can get anything you want out of them. And I know it might sound messed up, but once you get to that point, it's not using a man. It's literally getting what you want by any means necessary.
Well, she about to do the gold digger walk now then. 'Cause I'm sure she's getting a lot of flack for those comments.
They definitely sound like gold
Well,
digger.
people went on and said to her, how about teaching women to get a higher education so you don't depend on a man to fatten your pockets? They said she's embarrassing herself. Why not empower girls to finish school so they can be successful and not depend on man?
Hold on, so she wasn't embarrassing herself when she was trying to empower the slut thing?
The slut walk?
Yes. When she was encouraging girls it's okay to be sluts?
Well, that's not what the slut walk was supposed
All
to
right,
be.
well, listen.
You know that.
Okay,
Stop
well,
it.
guess what? I'm going to take her comments like this. If women want to be able to use their vaginas to get money, they should be allowed to do that without being judged.
Well,
right?
she went on and
Right?
Shut up. No.
Right?
No.
Oh.
she responded on Twitter. She said, y'all is so corny, so it's wrong to ask your significant other, the person you care about, to help you financially so you can reach your
You
goal.
ain't say that. That's not what you said, Amber.
You didn't say that at all.
That's not what you said in
She
that
said
magazine.
seduction. She didn't say seduction.
Well, she
seduction,
said
man.
we should be able to use our seductive skills to get money from our significant others.
She did not say that in that magazine. She didn't
Well,
say
that's
nothing
what she
about
said.
significant other.
Yes, she did.
She said that on Twitter.
No, I'm
In that
quoting
magazine.
what she said in Time right
No,
here.
that's not what she said. You need to read it again.
I'm reading it right now off the paper. I'm reading it.
She did not say significant
As
other
women,
in
we're
Time.
fortunate enough to use our seductive skills in order to be able to get money from our significant others.
That's seductive.
I also talk about seduction in the book. A lot of women don't know how to seduce a man.
Well, if she said significant other in
She
Time,
did.
I don't see the problem.
You
Okay.
don't have to seduce your significant other.
Charlamagne, you are eating that Chick-fil-A like groceries.
No, you should seduce your significant other. That's the one you should seduce. Are
To
you
ask
crazy?
for money?
Yes.
That's probably a perfect time to ask for money while you're down there and you look up.
You're damn right. You just give up money to your woman anytime you want to?
If my wife wants something, hey, take it. Now she ain't got to be.
And why? And why is that?
It might be
That's
more
my baby.
fun if
That's
she
right.
seduces you, though.
Because she dropped
But
down.
you don't have to seduce your significant other. They should be willing to do it just because.
There you go.
That ain't
That's
true.
why you guys are in a relationship.
Exactly.
You know.
All right, get fat and see what you get then.
All right, Rihanna has launched a beauty and styling agency. She's done that with her styling and makeup team. It's called Dubbed Frame, and it's going to focus on assisting artists in booking commercials, editorial shoots, and ad campaigns. So that is incredible. That's a good idea. It's, and everybody loves the way she looks and her styling and all of that, so I think it makes perfect sense. Okay? Now, 2 Chainz and the woman Christine Chisholm.
Chainz.
She has a $5 million lawsuit against him, and she's saying that he is trying to kill her. She said that he visited the town where she lives to get info about her. She was out and about. She was going on a run, and a black Mercedes followed her, caught up to her, and hit her, and injured her arm.
Shut up. Shut up.
She also said the 2 Chainz song "Watch Out" is about her.
Shut up. I tell you, that dumbass girl came up to me
Yes, you
last
told
year
us.
at CIAA at a basketball game and said, are you going to apologize for calling me
She tells everybody who she
I
is.
I don't even know who you are. Okay? Now, and then, girls out would tell her she need to get out of my face before she get
Now let's
beat
do
up.
some baller alert comment creeping, okay? Christina Milian.
Shout out to
We were
Baller Alert,
talking
too.
about her show and how she was heartbroken over Lil Wayne. That all played out on her show. Check it out.
I said, you don't get it, and it sucks because real love is something you're just going to give away, and you just don't get it. I said, I'll always love you, but it sucks it has to end like this. You said, love never dies, Tina. I love you. I've never loved anyone the way that I love Wayne. Not even my ex-husband. I've never loved anyone the way that I love him. I've never had anyone understand me the way that he has.
Tina, turn down. If you have never loved anyone like you love Lil Wayne, then you need to really dig deep and start loving yourself, Christina Milian, okay? The reason she really crying is because she knows that nobody else is going to ever feature her on a record but Lil Wayne. Stop
Well,
it.
Toya Wright left a comment.
Did she put LMAO?
She put the Z's.
Yeah, Toya! Drop one of Clues bar for Toya. There you go.
And then Superhead left a comment as well. Don't
What's
be
it
on
put?
TV crying over a man who belongs to the world.
Drop one of Clues bar for Superhead. That's right.
Are you crazy?
No sympathy for you. Tina, turn down.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report.
I love Petty. You hear me?
I know you do.
All right,
I'm
Charlamagne.
Angela Yee.
Now, Charlamagne,
Yes.
we got Pastor Young out there.
Yes. Jeezy, that is.
Mm-hmm. But you got Donkey today up next. So what you want to do?
Well, no, I feel like, since it's Church in the Streets Friday and last hour we had the God, Kirk Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we have one of my top 5 favorite MCs of all time. We used to call him the Snowman. Now we call him Pastor Young. It's not any real pressing donkeys this morning. So, we might as well just get right to Jeezy.
Might as well.
Might as well just get
Let's
right
do
to
it.
Pastor Young. Why
Forget
not?
the rumors. Forget Donkey today. Let's get into this Jeezy.
And pray for Christina Milian if you got any prayers to waste.
I'm not praying for her.
Y'all ain't feel bad she was crying on TV?
Praying for her. Other people to pray for out there today. What's wrong with you? Pastor Young, Jeezy, when we come back, keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Gonna be MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, Donkey of the Day is usually here, but we're gonna hold that off today because we have Pastor Young Jeezy in the building.
Church in the Streets Friday, baby.
Church in the Streets
Friday.
Friday.
Kirk Franklin in here. We have to bring the pastor in there.
Already.
Young Jeezy.
Pastor
Jeezy.
Young.
What up, though? What's happening? Y'all had Kirk Franklin here for real?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
we really
sir.
did. It's not a joke.
The name of his album is Losing My Religion.
Right.
Because he says that he's more of a spiritual person now. He's trying to he don't like the way that religion is portrayed.
I can see that.
But
churches.
Actual churches.
That's why my church is in the street.
What made you say now is the time to be more politically charged, more spiritual, I guess?
I mean, I always been politically and spiritually charged, you know what I'm saying, since I jumped off the porch, but it was really my incident that happened in L.A.
Congratulations on beating that case, by the way.
Yeah, but by the way, y'all did not report that, by the way. I didn't hear.
We did
You
report that. We
Oh,
did
yeah, because you
report
called me, right?
Yeah, we did report
Yeah,
that.
y'all
We
did.
did.
It was a couple, they did me dirty.
Yeah.
And I was mad as hell, man, because I just feel like all the respect that I had built and everything that I had built for myself just got took away. I was an executive in the Atlantic building. I was co-owner at Avion. I was all these things.
Executive producing albums.
Executive producing album. I had other artists that I'm telling you, man, y'all got to walk a straight and narrow. You know, I'm telling YG, you know what I mean? You got to stay.
Calm down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm locked up for something that I had nothing to do with.
Right.
So just luckily I had the finances and the resources to get out of it. But if I didn't,
Imagine that.
man, could you imagine me sitting in jail at this part of my career, 10, 20 years because you charging me with a murder and then assault rifles?
Or even waiting for trial, like
Right.
Bobby Smurdy. He
Right.
gotta wait.
You feel what I'm saying? And it's real. So all this time I'm sitting in there, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't get out because the bill was $1 million a piece and it was 6 individuals. So it was my drivers, my 2 bus drivers, my cameraman, my assistant, and I think somebody that was out just, helping me move around. And it was like, so it wasn't the homies. So as soon as we hit the county, it's on.
Right.
You in LA. Right. So, everybody know where I'm at with it. So it's boot up and shut up. You know what I mean? So it was just like, it was my first unselfish moment. You know what I'm saying? My first Malcolm X moment, if you will, because I feel like I had to really stay there and protect everybody because I was the only one that had
I'm not going to leave everybody.
Oh, no.
Because you could have got out. You could have got yourself out. And
by the way, the first 30 minutes I was in there, somebody was there to pay my bill. The first 30 minutes when I walked in, they said, you got a visitor. As soon as they put me in the cell, his bail bondsman, his lawyer, they was like, yo, your people sent us down here to get you. And I was like, okay, so everybody getting out? They're like, nah, you got to get out. You the brand. I'm like, the brand? Like, these are my people. They've been out here the whole tour. Keep in mind this is the last day of the tour.
Yeah, the double
tour went right.
Yeah.
Tour went perfect. Not a problem, not a flaw. Everything. And I got to the last day, and I'm sitting here watching 20,000 people scream my name while they're putting handcuffs on me and my crew, and then they take us down. So anyway, long story short, we get in there. They try to bail me out. I'm like, nah, I want to leave everybody. I'm going to stay here. So I stayed there, and it was just a lot of time to think, man, and it was real because now when I came, I got to look my son in the face. You know what I mean? I got to look my peoples in the face, and everybody like, yo, you out there bugging. But I did everything right.
Right.
And I ain't understand that. And it just made me like, it just made me furious, dog, because it like I worked hard to get here. Hard.
Maybe that was God doing that on purpose, just to give you that one last eye opener.
I said, man, I'm going hard. Right. And I'm telling the truth. This ain't even rap at this point. This ain't about selling no records. This ain't about getting no new fans. I'm going to tell you what's in my heart and in my mind. If you like it, that's on you. But the only thing that kept me strong in there was religion, because, you know, my grandma kept bringing me up in the church, but I had to be strong for everybody else, because they ain't never been in them situations. You know, you got people on the phone talking to their parents. They're like, you with the rapper. You know, they're charging you with murder. You're never getting out. I'm like, oh, man. They get on the phone like, man. I'm like, yo, man, y'all don't got to get no lawyers. I promise you I'm paying for everything.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Did they have you separate from everybody?
They tried to put me in general pop, which I was cool with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I had no problem that it is what it is. You in jail. Like, you don't get no privileges. But, you know, I was telling them,
too
like,
crazy.
Yo, it was like Tupac.
It
was like Tupac coming through the door. I'm like, yo, what up, man? Throwing up sets. I'm like, oh, man, the Mexicans and all. I'm like, oh, man, this is it. It was weird because it was like, I'm thinking we just in there for the gun charges. Mm-hmm. Come to find out, everybody thinks we're in there for murder.
For murder, yeah.
But they're so smart. This is how they play me. This is where it got deep at. The thing happens in Oakland. Right. So they cancel the next show. I get on the bus, I go to LA. Chris Brown calls me, said, come to my album release party. Cool. I ain't got nothing to do. Mm-hmm. Ain't no show. I'll be there. Walking his album release party. 3 minutes in there, I see Suge walking over. And I'm
Suge
like,
Knight?
Yeah. So I see some homies behind them, like, man, this crazy.
This a setup here?
Right, listen. Mm-hmm. So my man say, yo, Young, watch out, they about to pop this nigga. I said, what? He pushed me. I fell on Chris, all I hear is, pow, 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 pow. My man got hit in his hand. He got hit in his arm like 2 times trying to push me out of the way. So hadn't he pushed me,
you would have got hit.
I would have got hit.
Damn. So this is when you got out?
No, this was before I went in.
Right.
Okay,
Remember the shooting in the club?
Yeah, so this was the next day after somebody got shot. This was a rough 3 days.
Gotcha. I can tell.
It's a rough 3 days. What's going on? So they went to the hospital and saw my man, because my man and Suge was in the hospital together. Mm-hmm. I'm in my hotel room. My man come get me. He say, you know, your boy got hit. I'm like, yeah, I heard. Y'all just make sure he's straight. I'm going to sleep. I got to do a show tomorrow. And when I woke up, it was a flashlight in my face.
Oh, man. That's the worst way to wake up.
Like, Mr. Jeezy, we're going to need you to step off the bus. So they got me off the bus, and they promised me they was going to let me perform and everything. They just flipped it on me because they already knew that my man wasn't on the bus with the paperwork because he was in the hospital. You see what I'm saying? Right. And that's how they...
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how they tricked me.
Yeah.
So, you know, just the whole church in the street. So that was a rough 3 days, and it was just like the whole time I was in there, I was just like, praying. I'm just like, what? Like what I do?
Anything could happen. You don't even know what's going to happen to you. Even if you know you didn't do anything, you don't know how it's going to turn out.
You know, when they're coming to get you out of your cell for lunch, it's like, oh yeah, these the guys with the 187. I'm like, whoa, man. what do you speak of, man? I'm like, hold up, it's innocent until proven guilty.
Do you move differently now? Because
absolutely, a lot lighter, a lot smarter. Mm-hmm. Even though I was moving light at that time too, it's just real now. And it's just like, if they do that to me, they'll do that to you or anybody else. And it's just like, you know, hadn't I had the resources and finances, dog, I probably would have still been in jail, man. You know, you feel what I'm saying?
You know, it's so funny when you hear, like when we was in Atlanta and you said, I didn't do anything, I'm gonna get cleared. Right. In my mind, I'm like, okay, we
right.
You
know? Yo, but
it was like, man, poor G, you got the album.
Yo, it was so smart because I'm a future, you know, past criminal, so I know how to get out. I told my lawyer, I say, look.
He said future, past criminal.
Somewhere in between, I was a criminal. So I tell my lawyer, I say, yo, look. I said, they already done played their cards, they played their hand. They too anxious to get me. Cool, let them put everything on me. I ain't touched no chopper since I was in 10th grade. You understand what I'm saying? There's no need. There's too many people that be around that will do that for me if that's what I need them to do, even though I wouldn't ask that. So let them place it all on me. And I knew I hadn't touched anything. So when they started doing DNA swabs and all that, I had them. I had them. And that's how I beat the case. 'Cause I told my lawyer, and she called me, she's like, let me tell you something. I've never dealt with a person that's so strategic and knows how to forward think like that. She's like, you really played them. And then how they tried to play me, that really pissed me off was after I beat them, they kept all my jewelry and all my money I had on the bus and all my clothes. If you want your stuff back, you gotta play fair. Not snitch. Let's get that. No snitching. But don't tell the media what really happened.
Really?
So I didn't even bother to try to.
Still got your stuff, your jewelry
Absolutely.
and your money?
Absolutely.
How much jewelry was it worth?
Man, you know how I be rocking.
Yeah.
Right, snowman. You know what I'm saying? But it was all my stuff. You know, I was on tour. So
they got the original snowman piece?
They got everything.
Oh, jeez, you gotta go get that, man.
Right.
But what about but you got insurance, right? You got insurance. So.
Nah, man, at the time I got the snowman, there was no such thing as insurance for me. You know what I'm saying?
Paying cash.
Right. You probably can't even get it appraised right. They're like, you probably got some residue on there or something.
Didn't the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan warn you?
Yeah, no, he did.
That was going to happen?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like I didn't get that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, once you at a certain point in your career, you feel untouchable. You know, everything around you is right. Your team is moving. Everybody keeping you straight, keeping you out of the way. And when he was saying, you know, you changing your message, this can get different for you. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, they're watching you. I'm like, who? He's like, the enemy. I'm like, yo, only enemies I got in my neighborhood, man. They good. You know what I'm saying? They can't come out here. You know what I'm saying? And it happened, and man, listen, it opened my eyes up. So I can't even front. Like, so if you see me and you just see me in a different light, it just instantly made me grow up that fast. 'Cause it was like, yo, man, if you work this hard to get where you at, and you about to let these people take it away from you, they couldn't take it away from you in the streets, then you lost and they won. And from that standpoint on, I was just like, you know what? With my music, I'm gonna say what I want to say, 'cause that's one thing they can never take. They cannot take my voice and what I believe in and what I stand for. And if I don't lead the right way, everybody gonna end up where I was almost at. So when people hear me say stuff, they're like, yo, you changing. Oh man, I'm growing, I'm evolving. Because if we stand, if I talk to you about the same thing I was talking to you about 10 years ago, if I had the same conversation that me and you had the first time we met, you'll be like, yo, this, like, what you
10 years.
Like, what are you doing? Like, man, you know, I don't moved on, I don't did this and did this venture, and it's just like, I think people always want you to stay the same when you was put here to grow. You know what I mean?
When all that was happening, did you have your daughter already, or was she on the way?
No, she was here. That was tough. That was tough.
Newborn daughter.
Tough.
Congrats on that.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, it was tough, man. It was like, damn, you know, this is it. This is how we gonna start this off.
All right, we got more with Jeezy when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's the Breakfast Club. Morning, everybody. Jeezy's in the building.
You can tell things are different, though. Like, you can tell, like, the statute of limitations is up on a lot of stuff. Because you even say names that I'm like, wow, like you dedicated a song to J-Bo.
Right. I love that song, by the way.
What role did he play in your life?
J-Bo?
Yeah.
J-Bo was like, I don't know Pablo Escobar. I don't know El Chapo. But I knew J-Bo. J-Bo ever since I knew J-Bo, he just balled. That was his whole thing. He would ball. Like, even he would ball my money out. He would ball all his money out right there. Like, yo, young, let me hold 80,000. I'd be like, I'm gonna get it back tomorrow, man. 'Cause last time, you know what I'm saying? You know, I give my man 80 bands. Not that he needed, but he would just, whatever he had in his satchel, with his man carrying
That's
the
what
satchel.
he had. He might need a little more.
Yeah, he gonna spend it. If he brought out 100, 200, it's gone. What I loved about J-Bo the most was, you know, out of everybody that was in the clique, he would take the time, like, to listen to my music and always be like, yo, man, this is crazy. I'm like, oh, you sure? You know what I mean? Like, 'cause I remember playing the early Streets is Watching stuff, and he was like, yo, man, you killing. I was like, so along the time he was building my confidence because I looked up to him so much. Right. Because, you know, everybody was getting money, but he just knew what to do to with his money to live the part. You know what I mean? And he was always like optimistic about everything. And I just think he didn't ever get enough credit because he was always kind of in the shadows of my man. So it was just like, you know, it was always that love and respect, but at the same time, he was more like my partner. You know, he was like the guy that called me in the middle of the night. Like, yo, I got 3 bad ones over here, man. Pull up. I'm like, oh, J-Bo, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, man. We just got in, man. What you doing? You know what I mean? But that was J-Bo. He just was fun. And he never complained. And I love that about him. Like, even like, the Forgive Me song when I talk about my sister. You know what I mean? My sister got married one time before. I paid for a wedding. You know what I'm saying? Then she got a divorce. I had to pay for the divorce. You know what I'm saying? She called me again. She said she wants to get married again. I'm like, I think the dude is a nice guy, but you know, y'all need to figure it out because you know, I can't keep paying for weddings.
Right.
And you know, she asked me, we was on, you know, in my backyard and talking on the patio, and you know, she just was like, "You don't never do nothing I actually do," and I flipped. I went crazy.
Right.
Like,
It's always like that though. Nobody remembers the 10 things you did for him previously. They
Until you
remember
tell
one
them
time
no.
you did.
So I went crazy on her, like, I don't know, like, but I'm like, man, I'm not, and without thinking, her kids was in the other room, and it's Uncle Jay. You know what I mean? And they love me. And, two boys and one girl. You know, I was so into what I had going on. She stormed out of my house and left. I never forget. And I was like, I should call her. I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? So I never called her and told her. So that you know, that was the wrong thing to do. So on Forgive Me, I said in the song, I was like, you asked me to help with your wedding. Argument in front of your kids hurts me to this very day. Lamest shit I ever did. So please forgive me, little sister, because I know I hurt you so. Your husband is a lucky man. Hope you know you're worth it, though. You know what I'm saying? So I end up, you know, she ended up getting the money. And I end up coming back from L.A. and going to her wedding and surprising her. But that's my little sister, man, and she's trying to do better with her life, and she got a good dude. Why wouldn't I help? Right. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I might get that back 10 times. Right. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, hey, if I got married one day, she might be the wedding planner for me. I ain't got to pay nobody. I'm like, you know, you owe me from them 2 weddings I paid for you, so I need you to plan this out.
But to play devil's advocate, you did see her make a mistake, I guess, the first time. It didn't work out the first time, so I can't see you being hesitant.
But
no, it wasn't even that. I just feel like the first time she rushed herself into something, because you gotta understand, like, I paid for my sister to go to school, I had my sister to get a house, and my sister was, like, when we was coming up, she was smart. I was in the streets. So she naturally took the street dudes. You see what I'm saying? Right. So it was like,
that's all you brought around.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I don't know, like, and she had one boyfriend. It's crazy. She was with him for a while, and I was like, yo, this dude ain't it. He hanging around. He try to hang around my homeboy. So he get popped. And I was like, I told you that ain't it. She called me, could you just help us? I said, so you want me to help you get a lawyer for somebody that's supposed to have lawyer money and this supposed to be your dude? I like, all right, whatever. I love her.
Right, that's your sister.
So I gave her the money and gave her a pep talk. I gave her the money like on a Wednesday. I called on a Saturday. Background going nuts. Going up. I'm like, where you at? She's like, what you mean? I threw a party. I said, a party for what? Tell me, you told me not to go give him no lawyer money. I took the money and threw me a party.
No.
I'm like, that's my sister, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you didn't get that fool my money, man, you know what I'm saying? But I think she learned a lesson. So, you know, the dude she got now, you know, it's crazy because I told my father the other day, I was like, yo, man, you should be proud of your kids, man, because we all got out here with the, you know, with what we had and made something out of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Even with my mother, like, she be on my head. You know, my mama call me tomorrow and be like, yo, my car won't start, but it'll start though, right? I want a new car. I'm like, Mama, I just bought you a car last week. Your car won't start because you
call AAA.
Right. But you know, it's like to be able to do those type of things for your family. It just lets you know where you at in life. But then also on the flip side of that, it lets you know where you at as a man. So all those responsibilities that you have, you know, you got to watch yourself while you.
Does that bother you? Because, like you said, you are the household in your family, so everybody comes to you no matter what. And like you said, your mom's called, you got a new car, and she wants another one.
Your family got to be careful too, though, because if people know you kicking out bread to them like that, they might latch on to them just because.
I mean, but the good thing about my family, you know what I'm saying, is that we had humble beginnings. Even for my son, like we grew up in the projects for real. Like even him, basically raised in projects, so he kind of got the best of both worlds, and I think that's what makes him sharper than, you know, a lot of kids.
He's in college now, right?
Yeah.
How's the relationship with him? Because I mean,
it's good. He got his clothing line. He doing good. You know, he kind of stayed straight up. It took some time, but it's just like, it took some time. But
we was up here defending you crazy, because I'm like, yo, if you got a son, your son gonna try to daddy at some point.
Oh no,
when they get older.
He definitely tried me, but you know, I got them hands. I was like, yo, homeboy, I do this now. That's where you want to go with it, because you know what I mean. But at the same time, you know, it's always separate, but I got to bring it together. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people stray away from their kids when they get to a certain age, because it's like, I don't want that look. You know what I'm saying? But with my son, it's just like, I tell him all the time. He called me like, yo, so why are people saying I graduated from school? I was like, no, homeboy, if you didn't graduate from school, I would have a problem with that. Because I got to get him to see that if your kids got to go through the same thing that you ever went through, that means you failed as a man, as a human being, and everything you done was in vain. Like, I don't care how my outcome is, as long as my offspring is okay.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? My offspring, at least if I set them up, and, you know, even for my daughters, like, I don't want to never have to depend on no man for nothing. I want her to be anything she wants to be in this world without no restraints. You know, as black men, we forget that because we get caught up in what we see every day as far as the club and the chicks and the lifestyle. And it's like, that's cool, but, you know, we kind of already did that. What you gonna do for your kids? What you gonna do for your people? You know what I'm saying?
So it is true that you're getting married now?
No, absolutely not. You never heard that.
You're not engaged? I saw you was shopping for rings, they said.
Yo, listen, I gotta keep it real with you, cause, you're gonna find out anyway. You know, since you like the FBI, DEA, all that.
Absolutely. What about a promise ring? I promise one day maybe I'll propose.
Nah, I can't say that. But I asked him though, I was like, yo, how you make that work? Right.
It's a fight, but
right.
It's the best feeling.
But he's good at it though. So,
but like you said, you've been in the club, you've been had all the women, lived.
I ain't say I had all the women.
Well, a lot of them.
75% of Atlanta.
Nah, see, not Chili. Not Chili though. Chili, what's happening, baby? You know what I'm saying? We in here.
Because we were all like, this got to be serious. We see Jeezy
doing what?
Taking a woman out on the town and going to basketball games.
How many times I saw you out on the town?
Same consistent.
I'm a consistent guy. Very.
Oh, now fall back. You slipped to a little something. He said, how many times you seen her out on the
right.
Don't let that pass.
Right. Yeah, I know I've seen you out on a couple,
Right,
Right.
Don't be scared of the dark.
Right.
Talk about that record.
Right.
You scared of the dark. You said they all want the light. What's the science of that record?
Scared of the dark is when people think that your light is about to start dimming, they're going to run to where some more light is at. Right. So even if it's a cat that might hang in your section in the club, if you feel like enough bottles ain't come, he going to the next section. He going to tiptoe over there. Or if you see a cat that's always click hopping, sometimes people get names and reputations off of just being around somebody. And to me, I just think that's the weakest ever. Because it's like, who are you as a man? And if you're going to stand beside him and then stand beside me in the same day, what does that tell me about you? I've been on the LA scene and just see how people move around. It's like, damn, when you just with Chris Brown, did I see you at Trey Songz house? Like, what's going on? Like, you friends with everybody, huh? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's weird.
This whole industry seems like
it's
like
crazy. But to be honest with you, that's why I'm a grown man. I stay in my lane, dog. I ain't got to have no friends. You know what I'm saying? I come to New York, I'm going to go hang with Hove. Because I know Hove ain't going to have Ty and Jay Brown and the same people I've been seeing him with for 20 years. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go hang with somebody like that with some stability. If I'm around him, I don't need nobody with me. I'm going to eat good at the 40-40 for free. You feel what I'm saying?
All right, we got more with Jeezy on the way. Let's get into a Jeezy joint right now. This Jeezy's in the building. Now, Yee?
Your 10-year anniversary for 101.
Yeah.
Talk about bring the whole city out.
Right.
We was out of town.
Yeah, I wanted to go to that. Yeah. I think I had.
No, but listen, it was a crazy feeling because I was running around. I hadn't been to Atlanta since I went out to LA to start recording. So I hadn't been to Atlanta in all of 4 months. So nobody had seen me. So it was kind of crazy. You know what I mean? It was just a feeling of just the energy. But that was my, oh man, you really here moment. You know what I mean? Just from everybody I called and just how it went down. I called Kanye. I was like, yo, I need you for this show. He's like, what day? He's like, I'm there. You know what I mean? I called Andre 3000. Right. I tell people Andre 3000 like unicorn tears, man. You never see him.
I was like, wow,
you'll never see him. And I called him. I was like, yo, 3, I need you for this 10-year anniversary. He's like, what? What should I wear? I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
He said, what should I wear?
What should I wear? I'm there. You know what I'm saying? People wasn't expecting him to come out. So people literally stood there for like 3 seconds like.
Is that?
You know what I'm saying? The unicorn? Right. And it was crazy because it was like, it's Atlanta. T.I. came, Scrappy came, Fabo turned up, Bun B, Manny Fresh, Drama, Boys in the Hood, which was crazy for me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because we haven't been on the same stage in over 10 years. And I called him, and, even with the little friction that probably happened because, it was a group. No, we got you, man. So when I got there and just saw all that love, I was kind of overwhelmed because it was like a big party and all your friends was there. And it was just like, I never seen, people smile that much. I'm just going to be for real. Like in the city, cause everybody always, you know what I mean? But it was happy. It was rejoicing. It was just like, man. And then, really it was a win-win for me because how do you go perform Thug Motivation in Atlanta where it originated at? You know what I mean? So it was just like from top to bottom, it was like every song was, you know what I'm saying? Right. It was crazy. It kept going up and up and up. When Drake came out and did, I Do, I seen somebody tap somebody else like, yeah, Jay-Z about to come out too.
And it was on Tidal, right?
Yeah. I mean, Jay was gonna come. Like, that's the dope thing about Jay, man. He was gonna come, but I was almost like, man, it'd be overkill at this point.
Why not? 'Cause you came to his B-side show.
Yeah.
And you can't really do Dope Boys without Hov.
Right. But it would have been overkill, man, because Kanye was there. It was just so much going on. I was like, I ain't gonna, push the issue like that. But even when I called him, he was like, yo, what's up? I pull up.
Well, we got something coming up. We'd love to have you in.
You know, since you do favors and stuff for everyone.
Hey, Charlamagne is so strategic, man. He's like, all right, cool. But
what's your relationship like with Big Meech right at this point?
It's good. He's been moving around, a lot. I ain't really spoke to him a lot, but I get messages I think I got a message from somebody else the other day that told me, he was like, just keep up the good work. But they moving around a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, and at the same time, I think he was in solitary or something for a minute. You know what I mean? And that was pretty much like the last time I really had a chance to like holler at him. But like, I've been getting messages like here and there, you know what I'm saying, from different people, because he talks to everybody.
Because I noticed, even though the statute of limitations of you don't speak about that too much.
No, because it's just out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just out of respect, man. It's just like, I don't know what he got going on now. I don't know what he going through.
Gotcha.
And it's like, I don't want to set the tone, for nothing or say nothing that I shouldn't say, because that's my friend. I think that's where a lot of people missed, because I hear things, Jeezy didn't get him a lawyer. Like, it's my dude, man. Like, you don't even understand the half. You wouldn't even understand that conversation if I told it to you, because he's a different type of guy. And if that conversation was to ever be heard, they'd be like, wow. You know what I mean? And we all did the right thing. Like, and dude, he just was the type of person, he would give his last, and he just got caught up in a bad situation. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's so unfortunate, because he's a great leader. Dude, people follow him to the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, to this day. And even while he's in there. And it's just unfortunate. But I just think when I hear people talk about our relationship, sometimes I feel away, and then sometimes like, these industry people, they don't know. You know what I mean? It's not rap. It's deeper than that. We're talking years at a time. We're building a relationship with somebody that was unbreakable and the bond was real, and it wasn't based on music, money, or nothing. It was just based on two individuals that saw things the same. You know what I'm saying?
If they do a movie, you got to be a part of that.
BMF is the movie.
Aren't they working on the movie?
They've never
I
done
mean,
the
listen,
down south
I just hope that enough time has passed. I'd say let's wait another 3 just to be sure.
If not a movie, a season of Narcos.
Right.
All right, we got more with Jeezy in a little bit. Keep it locked. We're going to push the rumors back, and we're going to have more Jeezy. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Now, we usually do the rumors here today, but we're not going to do the rumors because Jeezy's here, right?
Well, we kind of are. We'll get into some rumors with him. Like, for instance, Jeezy, how did you resolve your issues that you had with Def Jam?
Man, I got to be honest, man. Like, Def Jam has been a great part of my career. And as artists, you know what I mean? And as men, sometimes we can agree to disagree, but I think they get it. I used to be like, yo, I love it as a singer. He like, I don't know if I like that. I'm like, yo, trust me. And then when it works, he goes,
okay.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. You know what I mean? What he told me, like, go talk to your people.
And then you was like, somebody need to hire me as an
A&R. Yeah.
But is it hard when artists that feel like you guys are kind of in competition?
Right.
For you to try to work with them as far as an A&R?
Well, it depends on who it is. If it's somebody that understands, because even a lot of times when I play my records for Jay, I just watch his face on certain things. And when I see him and he get into his little joint, I don't even say nothing. I'm like, okay, that's one. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it happened the same thing with me. Kanye called me. I'll never forget. I'm on the porch sitting in my mom's crib. He was like, can you come out to Hawaii? I was like, yeah.
For sure.
I said, for sure, what you need? So I just want you to come out here. I was like, cool. So I get up to Hawaii, and he called me. He's like, yo, come to the studio. So I come to the studio later on that night. I get in there, and they got this big-ass board up, like a marker board, and it got all the songs on it. At the top of the board, it got What Would Jeezy Do? So he starts playing me these songs. He played me a lot of records, and I'm listening to him. And the ones that I would bob to, I would see him, his people that would go check him off. And then in the ones I was like standing there kind of like lost, nobody moved. And then when it got done, you know what I mean, I looked on the thing and it had all the ones that I kind of sort of like. You know what I mean? And I was just like, yo, this is Kanye West. Right? You know what I mean? Why he asked me my opinion? Right. He was a smart dude though, because he called me, he was like, yo, Jeezy, can I keep your ad-libs on this song? Wait till I get my money right.
Can't tell me nothing.
Can't tell me nothing. That was a record that me and T.I. had. and I had on my album, I called Kanye for a verse, and when he sent it back, the whole song was different. You know, he went in there and changed the whole production. It was, oh, I'm like, yo, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, this ain't even the same song. So I was like, yo, I can't rock with this. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, you know, yeah, he already in his mind. He's like, oh, cool, don't worry. Yeah, right. Cool, don't worry about it. Don't say that.
Just take it.
Right. So he got me for that one. So he called me. He was like, yo, can I keep your ad libs on it? You know, I'm like, ah, yeah, whatever. So I hear it on the radio. I'm waiting on me to come in. Hey, kept on my ad libs. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm ready. I'm like, damn, it never come off. So, I was like,
I think the world thought that. They waiting for you.
Right.
Yeah. Like, yeah, all right, here we go.
Right. But he was smart enough to know my ad libs was an instrument. He knew that. I didn't know that. One day we both in London, we got a show. So I go on, I got like 20,000 people out there. He go on, he got 80,000 people out there.
Damn.
First song he does. Wait till I get my money right. I'm watching 80,000 people singing, and I'm like, damn. How did I not see it? And that's what makes him a musical genius.
Absolutely.
That was a classic album, too, by the way, The Recession. Recession marked the moment in time that I think people are not even going to realize until years later, even with My President is Black.
Right.
Like, you put that out way before Barack was president.
Right. Yeah, shouts out to Barack. He didn't let me in the dinner, but it's all good.
What?
He didn't let me in the dinner.
But they ain't let you in it?
He shouted you out at the dinner, though. That was big.
He shouted you out.
Yeah, because he knew. I came back. They invited me to the dinner they had in New York. I flew all the way in. Got me a Tom Ford suit. You know what I'm saying? Look spiffy.
That's expensive, right?
Right, expensive, right. I had to look my best. You know what I mean? And I get there, see Kevin Lyles, Trey Songz, everybody happy, smiling. We taking pictures. They about to walk in. I'm right behind them. And they let Kevin Lyles and Trey Songz in. And I seen the Secret Service tap my guy. He said, he can't come in. I'm like,
I got invited.
Right. It was like, nah, he can't come in. We tried to get him cleared. We can't clear him. And I remember going back to the room. I was just like,
damn.
I might have cried that time.
I might have sent you a text like, hey, man, I got to wait till my statute of limitations up when I get out of the White House to talk to you next year.
It was crazy because it was
He's not
like,
a street dude.
It was like, damn, man. So I got on the plane and flew back to Atlanta. And the whole time on the plane, I was just like, damn. I was mad. You know what I'm saying? Because I did the whole My President is Black.
Right.
I went around and rented
People
a bus.
voted because of that record.
Right. I ran out and rented a bus to usher people to the polls. I did radio drops and was running around the neighborhoods telling people, encouraging them that you can vote, man. I got a lawyer right here. He's telling me, convicted felon, no, you can vote. You know what I mean? Because everybody didn't know they could vote. So I did all that. And to get the slap in the face, and I'm like, damn.
That wasn't really a slap in the face. He just telling you, look, the same way you stand by certain people right now. I got it.
I understood that, but I ain't understand on the flight back. I had some bars in my head. I was like,
you was just like it to Obama.
I had some bars in my head. I was like, no, don't do that.
This record against Obama.
Right.
Did you return the suit?
God.
No, I said right.
This record against Obama.
So look, but what was dope was I'm in London, and my mama called me. She's like, the president just shouted you out. So I said, my mom told you about smoking that weed, man. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't be calling me with this. And she was like, no, I'm serious. And she don't know how to work her phone, so she can't see me the video. So I'm like, mama, you lying. I'm calling you back. I gotta go do this. Nevertheless, I'm sitting there. My phone started blowing up like, yo, man, the president shouted you out. So I'm thinking he might have just said something somewhere. I'm not knowing it is at a correspondence. Yeah, I'm not knowing that. And then somebody sent it to me, and I'm sitting there, I looked at it 100 times. I ain't on front, you know what I'm saying?
He just shot you out, hit your ad lib too.
Right, yeah, right. So I tell it to Michelle sometimes. And that's when I knew right there, I was like, yo, that dude is smart.
And he's black, for real.
On the low. And I was just like, that's what's up, because right when you think you unappreciated, you know what I'm saying, they put it out there. And that was on his platform. Right. You know what I'm saying? Damn, so all the hard work, it was worth something, because he acknowledged the fact that he knew that I helped, because he said on his first term he sang Al Green, but on the second term he gonna sing Young Jeezy. So that meant to me that he knew that I had a helping hand in what he did. That was dope to me.
But thank goodness you didn't drop that disc record.
Man, that'd be terrible. By the way, y'all probably did an interview with him. He probably would have went in on me.
You'd have been in jail right
now.
Audit.
Jeezy album is out right now.
Church in these streets.
We appreciate you joining us.
I got one last question. What responsibility does hip hop have to influence change in the hood, Pastor Young?
I think it has every every responsibility, I think we're the strongest voices, you know what I'm saying, in what we do as far as our culture. So I just think when you get to a certain point and you understand, then that's where you got to take it. And that's why I always love Pac. Like, the difference between Pac and Kurt Cobain is Pac understood who and what he was, and he died for that.
Right.
Kurt Cobain was somebody who got in that position and was like, yo, I don't think I don't want this responsibility. And I think that's what, you know, what you have to balance sometimes, because it's like, I don't want the responsibility, but at the same time, it's like, who else gonna take it? Right. Who's speaking to the hood? Who's speaking to the up and coming cats who really don't? And that's, I hate the word OG because it just, I mean, ain't nothing original about a gangster to me. You know what I'm saying? But big homie is how I look at it. It's like, look, man, I did the streets. I barely beat that. You gotta sit back and watch the show and see how it turns out before you take the chance to say, why are you calling your album Church in the Streets? Because that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing my religion to the streets. I'm not Creflo Dollar, none of these dudes. I ain't going Mason, you know that. I'm just telling you, this is how I feel. I'm that serious about it. I'm willing to take that much of a risk because it is a risk. People can look at you and be like, oh, no, I'm done with this dude. And then some people can be like, that dude led the way. It's always hard to be the first person to do something, and I'm going to be the first person to do that.
I saw that years ago, though. That's why I used to always say Pastor Young.
Right, you did. I got to give you that. Well, you started.
Today is Church Fridays. We had
No, let him finish that.
Let him finish that thought.
Get my credit, please.
Right. I got to give credit where credit due. I don't know what went on, but at some point in my shows, people was just like, that's my pastor. And I'm like, who the hell said something like that? And it came from Charlemagne.
Pastor Young.
Right. And then I guess it just resonated with the people because I'd be walking to the airport and they would call me that. And I'm just like, damn, should I embrace it or no? Because it's like, but then you don't want to be the guy that's 10 years in the game and still be the snowman. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like, is this another path that you get to walk? And it's crazy because I already had Church in the Streets already in the works. Right. So it's just like I was already writing and it was already getting done and the records was already being cut and people was already calling me Pastor Young. So it was like, oh.
It all goes.
I don't need you to say that so I can collect my money. Right. I'm not telling the first person to call me Pastor Young now. Okay.
Real tough, man.
We had Kirk Franklin.
Right.
And now we have
Pastor Young already.
Pastor Young.
Man. Peace and blessings, man. I appreciate all y'all. The Church in the Streets is in the stores, on the net, in the streets right now. If you ain't got to go get it, man, all I got to say is get your money, be safe, take care of your kids, and most of all, trap or die, homie.
All right, well, let's get into this Jeezy mix. You want to hear something? At DJ Envy 800-585-1051.
It's going to be a great Friday.
It's the Breakfast Club. Come on. Jeezy, I'm out. Ah, yeah.
Light-skinned people always got to take it one step too far. You be in a nice little groove, kicking it, and then the light-skinned dude jumps out the window. Personally, if you're driving and the light-skinned dude jumps out the window, let him. The less light-skinned people we have on the planet, cool with me.
Shut up. You ready to keep going?
Yes. It's not officially Friday until you hear this one, ladies and gentlemen. Next Friday, we're going to add another record into the rotation.
What you want to add?
I want to, shut up, girl. I want to add, All My Friends featuring Tinashe and Chance the Rapper. Only reason I don't do it today because I don't know the words yet. And you know, when black people don't know the words, we be in here humming like O'Malley. Yeah. So
My goodness.
I don't want to hum.
All right, keep it locked. We got the positive note when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Come on. JMV, Angela Yee, Charlemagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club.
It's Friday the 13th. Do people still believe in that? Like, is it still like unlucky days?
Superstitious people do.
Do people still get killed?
I hope not.
Get killed?
Like that?
Ew, come on, man.
People get killed every day, B.
That is true. Every day is Friday the 13th in these streets.
Especially Chicago.
What the?
No, Chicago is just crazy.
Especially Chicago.
This is Chicago.
Even though that's a very accurate statement you just made, but why? Why did you just say that so randomly?
It's just crazy in Chicago.
Right.
I don't know what that was
well,
about. That was awkward.
Especially Chicago.
It's just the truth.
And just throw Chicago under the bus.
Well, some positivity. Happy birthday to my baby girl. Today is her birthday. Maddie Chu. Happy birthday to her. We're going to be celebrating on Saturday.
What you got planned for her? How old is she now?
He's putting her in prison.
I'm not putting her in prison. She's turned 14, so I'm taking her to... Shut up. I'm taping her to this place called it's called like Escape NY. It's where you put her in a room with her friends and then you lock the door and
what?
Is that prison? No, is that prison or what?
Not only is that prison, she just turned 14. Angela said that's when she lost her virginity, and you gonna put her in a room with a bunch of guys and lock the door?
I didn't say a bunch of guys.
What type of sick Illuminati ritual is that?
A bunch of her friends. You put her in a room and then they got to figure out clues how to get out.
So it's like soft.
So like touch here, touch there.
No.
It's like,
Are the lights off?
No.
Is that what the key is? It's warm.
Well, I'm going to be in there with them, so to
Oh, no.
All right, Jared Fogle.
No.
I just can't win. I just can't win.
I don't know about this.
All right, Subway.
So
I'm telling.
we're going to do that for a little bit, and then we're going to go. I'm going to take them to Sugar Factory in the city.
Wow.
Shout to Sugar Factory.
Man, you ain't playing. Plus, trust me, all
You
the
want some candy, little kids?
all the sweets is in that room that you're gonna lock them in. Okay, they don't need to go to no Sugar Factory after being locked in that room with each other.
And then we're going to go ice skating, so it's a lot.
All right.
Well, that's good, man. Round of
Sounds
applause.
beautiful.
Round of applause.
That just made me feel
Round
like
of applause to all the little kids that's gonna be locked in that room this
So you
weekend.
guys,
They can't wait.
so shout out to Maddie. She's going to jail, and then the sugar daddies.
Shut up, man. Sugar Daddy's a strip club in Queens, by the way. But no, we're
You're
not going
taking
to
it to a strip club?
No. You know what? F y'all, all right? F y'all. Happy birthday to my baby girl. All right, what you guys doing? Anything?
Let's see. I thought we were hosting this Wingstop grand opening.
I can't. It's my daughter's birthday.
All right, well, I'll be there.
You going?
That's going to be in Harlem. And then I have to also...
I should just take all the kids to Wingstop, right?
You should. Just bring the Wingstop. I got the wings on.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to
Guys.
take them to Wingstop, free wings.
You know this is the national break, right? Guys?
Yeah.
Wingstop is nationwide.
Wingstop is nationwide, bro.
Okay, go ahead. Carry on.
And then I have to be at this flavor battle. It's McDonald's. It's, the Global Spin Awards are coming up. So it's part of all of that for all the DJs out there. So it's a DJ battle.
Okay. I'm nominated for a couple of those awards. So hopefully I pick some up next week. Now, Charlamagne.
What, boy?
Positive note, boy.
Positive note. Today is Friday, so you know the question that you have to ask yourself on Friday. WWRD. What would Rihanna do? Okay? If you can't ask yourself that question this weekend, you're probably not going to have a good
Maybe
time.
what would Jeezy do this weekend?
You can ask yourself that question as well. Either way, you're guaranteed to have a good time.
Breakfast Club, bitch.
Good morning. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. You guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, you got
I got what?
Something to give away?
Yes, that's right. Caller 105 at 1-800-585-1051 wins a $250 gift certificate. And in honor of PC Richard & Son's 106th birthday, we are giving away a $250 gift certificate every weekday morning, now through December 11th. Visit power1051fm.com, keyword 105 for all the details and to check out all the great deals PC Richard & Son has going on right now.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. We'll see you guys tomorrow. It's